Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing on this wonderful Thursday afternoon? Thank you so much for joining us for this live webinar, Three Biggest Money Problems Solved. I'm your host, Monica Jazik, and I'm just going to take about 30 seconds. I see so many people jumping into the room. Welcome, everyone. I'm so grateful that you've decided to join me today for this 1 hour. We're going to get started any second now. We just had a lot of registrants, and I just want to make sure everyone has the time to jump in, but we will be starting at 12:01 because I'm respectful of your time. So welcome everyone to our webinar, Three Biggest Money Problems Solved. My name is Monica Jazik, and I am so excited to be with you today. We're going to spend the next hour discussing three of the biggest money problems people have, and we're going to show you how to solve them. So don't worry about writing everything I say down, as we have created a download for you outlining what we will be discussing today. So I'm going to give you a total cheat sheet, but this is going to be provided at the end of the webinar. So just sit back and enjoy knowing that you're going to be provided with a solution to whatever money problems you're having after this 60-minute webinar. So I will start off by giving a quick introduction about myself. My name is Monica Jazik. I'm a real estate investment specialist and wealth builder, and I'm also one of the leading authorities in real estate investing, and have shared my methodologies on stages, podcasts, television, and radio, as well as authored a book, Real Estate Mistakes, Our Mistakes, Your Success. I'm also co-owner of Real Property Investments, which I started over 10 years ago alongside my husband, Vaughn, where we help real people build real wealth through real estate and alternative investment products. Vaughn and I are parents of 4 wonderful yet expensive children, and we live in Toronto, Ontario, where we spend the majority of our time parenting, as well as living our best life, traveling and participating in fun hobbies such as skiing, tennis, and CrossFit, but also helping others create freedom in their lives. Our biggest accomplishment has been creating time, money, freedom in our lives, and this is what we help other people achieve. And we wouldn't have achieved this if it wasn't for what I'm going to share with you today. So what we're really passionate about at Real Property Investments is helping people, because we know what it feels like to struggle. We know what it's like to not make ends meet every month. We know what it's like to not be able to provide for your family. And we know what it feels like to be drowning in debt. And we know what it feels like to not be able to save money for retirement and university and down payments for a home. And if you're struggling with any of these things, we just really, really want you to know that you're not alone. So here's some scary statistics about Canadians and their wealth. 50% of Canadians are living paycheck to paycheck. 32% of Canadians between 45 and 64 are nearing retirement without any savings. The average Canadian university grad finishes school with more than $26,000 in student debt, and it takes them an average of 10 years to pay it off. Millions of millennials are locked out of home ownership because of the rising home prices, debt loads, and ability to save for a down payment. So this is very scary because these are not non-productive people. These are hardworking people who are doing exactly what they were taught to do, to go to school and study really, really hard, get a good job, and then save for retirement. Now, most people, this is what most people are doing. So most people are going to work and they're trading their time for money. And then they get a paycheck and they pay their bills, leaving them with no money until they go back to work, and the cycle continues. So the problem is that with today's cost of living, people cannot afford to save. And when they do save, they're simply just not growing it the right way. So most people, when they do manage to, if they can even manage to set this money aside to save, they're investing in stuff like mutual funds and the stock market. So often it's low growth products that they really have little or no control over. So if you average out the returns of these investments over a period of 5 years, you're going to get around 5%, which is not awful until you minus the management expense ratio fees, which are normally 2%, and then another 1.7% for inflation. So this leaves you with 1.3% growth. You're not even keeping up with inflation at this point, never mind building long-term wealth for savings goals like education and retirement. So I know this story way too well because we lived it for many, many years. I wanted to create long-term wealth for my family. And like I said, we have 4 kids, and I really wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. My long-term goal was to fund university education for our 4 kids, as well as to grow a healthy retirement without me having to go to work full-time. So after doing things the traditional way, and I really realized this was not getting us any closer to our goals. So we thought we were doing things the right way, and we were listening to the advice of our friendly financial planner, and we really were following conventional wealth building techniques. So some things I was doing was I was setting up RESP statements for each of our kids. My husband was contributing to his company group fund because of their match program. We were diligently saving 10% of his money. I don't know where we even found it, the leftover money, every month to our RSP. And we set everything up and we did everything like we were told to do. And we thought we were doing because we liked our financial planner and because we were given free money every month to match my husband's employer. And simply, we thought we were doing the right thing because this is what we were told to do. This is the responsible thing to do. So we really just set it and forget it. And we trusted that the money would grow. Now, did it? For a long time, I can honestly tell you, I don't know. We received statements every quarter in the mail. We tried to make sense of them. And I mean, they were beautiful graphs and illustrations, but what really does all this mean? And even if you could understand the returns, what are you really investing in? What companies? Who are the directors? What are their backgrounds? What are these funds' exit strategies? I mean, you work, you save, and you trust. How many of you have monitored this with your friendly financial planner, reviewed your returns quarterly or even annually, discussed, you review and modify your plans? If you're doing this and getting the returns that you want, that is absolutely amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. But if not, you were like us and these statistics apply to you, I just really want you to know it does not have to be that way. So it took years of struggle and a recession to finally wake us up. And in 2008, we finally opened our eyes and we started paying attention and realized that we needed to make more money and that our projected returns for retirement were $40,000 and that we'd be lucky to have even enough money saved to send 1 kid to university. And this really was our light bulb moment where we realized that we need to grow our money differently, and only you can do that. We knew it was time to stop listening to our traditional financial planner and just time to start investing differently. So we read a book. I'm sure many of you have read this book. It is a wonderful book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And that changed our thinking towards building wealth. And it really taught us how real estate could be a huge wealth builder. So we have achieved some pretty amazing freedom goals since this change, such as I'm still a stay-at-home mom for over 16 years now. We have created a plan to pay for a university education for all 4 of our kids. We have created a very, very healthy retirement savings plan, ensuring our security as seniors. My husband was able to leave his six-figure job on his 40th birthday. And we were able to create a legacy for our children. And these are goals that we help our members work towards and goals that we're going to talk to you about today. So we're going to reveal the top 3 money problems that you're struggling with, and we're going to provide actual solutions to solving these problems. We're going to show some real life examples of how these problems can be solved and share some real strategies, real numbers. We have less than an hour, so I'm going to go as fast as I can to really cover the solutions to these 3 major money problems. And because they are solutions you can implement right after this webinar, we're going to give you a cheat sheet of all the techniques used to solve these problems at the webinar. So this will be given to you at the end of this webinar. So for you who really want to make a difference in your financial situation today, we will be discussing an amazing offer, giving you access to more learning tools and information and help you move forward even faster at no cost to you whatsoever. So let's get started. So the first money problem that people have is lack of money. 50% of Canadians are living paycheck to paycheck. 31% say they already don't make enough to make ends meet. 81% of Canadians are not, like if you add these up, they're just not making enough money. So the solution is you need to make more money. But how? As we already discussed, we're trained as a society to trade time for money. We're already working full-time jobs. So how do we have any more time? So the answer is to get your money working for you rather than you working for your money. And the solution is to make more money. And we're going to show you right now how you can make more money with real estate. Now, I know you're probably rolling your eyes. You're saying, easy for you to say, I don't have the time, I don't have the knowledge, I don't have the money to invest in real estate. Like, remember, neither did we. And we're going to address these obstacles that stop people from moving forward and investing differently. All we ask is that you open your mind and you listen to what we have to share with you, and this will help you be more receptive to change. One way to get extra money in your pocket without you having to work for your money is buy, rent, hold real estate. Now, buy, rent, hold real estate is when you buy property, you rent it out, and you receive cash flow every month. And what I mean by cash flow is how much money you have in your pocket every month that you pay for all your property's expenses. So this could mean an extra $100, $200, even $2,000 in your pocket every month, depending on what type of property you buy. And if money's a factor, remember you do not have to buy the house next door if you live in an expensive housing market like we do. As long as you know how to select areas with strong economic fundamentals, you could buy homes for what your budget allows. So for us, we started buying homes for $40,000 and renting them out for $900 a month. Our down payment of 20% was only $8,000. And expenses, including 5% vacancy, 5% repairs, and 10% property management, annually were just over $3,000. So this left us with a monthly cash flow, meaning cash in hand after all expenses, including mortgage payments, of $408.70 a month. So what would you do with an extra $408 a month? Now, I am not saying that cheaper homes are better. We're saying that there's options for everyone. And at Real Property Investments, we've created investment models for properties that range from $40,000 to $500,000 or even more. And you can achieve these results as long as you can find homes for the right price in high growth areas that allow you to make money for cash flow and appreciation. Now, although buy, rent, hold real estate is an active type of investment, we could show you how to find investment models that work and connect you with experts in your area to help you make it happen. Another type of active investing that can be very, very lucrative and help create extra income for you is flipping homes. Flipping homes is a type of real estate investment strategy in which an investor purchases properties with the goal of reselling them for a profit. This is a more intensive strategy, and it can be a lot of fun and worth your while if it is done properly. So the average time for flipping a home is no longer than 12 weeks, and the minimum you want to make on your house flips is no less than $25,000. Otherwise, the risk is just way too high. So imagine setting up a system where you flip 4 homes a year and you profit $25,000 every quarter. I mean, that is an extra $100,000 in your pocket every year, and we could show you how to do this. Here are 2 examples of home flips we completed. There's one cheaper home and one high-end home. Now, I apologize because I just realized the picture on the slide's a bit different. This is actually the same home. This was Nightmare on Elm Street. And so this is the after. The picture of the more expensive home was a large 2-story home in Markham, Ontario, which is where we live. So these properties are totally different, and they're at totally different price points. The one was $35,000. The other one was $885,000. But both of them were completed in 12 weeks, and both resulted in a profit way over $25,000. So flipping homes is not the way it is on TV, but with the right tools and systems that we provide our members, it can be done wherever you live. Another option is wholesaling. Now, real estate wholesaling is similar to flipping, except that the time frame is much shorter and no repairs are made to the home before the wholesaler sells it. So a real estate wholesaler contracts with the home seller, they market the home to his potential buyers, and then assigns the contract to the buyer for a fee. So the wholesaler makes a profit, which is the difference between the contracted price with the seller and the amount paid by the buyer. Now, the goal in real estate wholesaling is to sell the home before the contract with the original seller closes. So the fee varies on how good the deal is, but the fee can range from $2,000 to $100,000 or more if you find a really great wholesale deal. So this is a really great option for people who don't have money at the moment to invest and who want to create that extra income. All you need to do is to learn to find great deals, get them under contract, and sell them to someone else for a fee. No bandit signs, no tacky ads saying we buy home for cash. Like, we will show you how to find and secure great deals and assign them to others so they can receive a great deal. Just like we did for one of our youngest members here, proudly holding up this check. This is one of our members, Isaac, who joined us, 18 years old. This kid, he wanted to learn how to wholesale. And we worked with him and showed him the way to do it. And he made $10,000 on his first wholesale deal. And he's actually creating a wholesale business working from the techniques that we taught him. Now, this can be an extremely time-consuming process, and we've created strategies and we personally use to wholesale hundreds of properties that will save you time and allow you to get started today. The next technique we are going to do is assignments. Now, an assignment is a sales transaction where the original buyer of a property, the assigner, allows another buyer, the assignee, to take over the buyer's rights and obligations of the agreement of purchase and sale before the original buyer closes on the property, meaning when they take possession of the property. So the assignee is the one who ultimately completes the deal with the seller. Now, in other words, the assignment clause allows the buyer of the home to sell the place before they take possession of it. So this is more common in pre-built homes or condos and on resale properties, but it is possible on any type of trade. So when done properly, assignments are legal and can be a useful tool for buyers and sellers with an average profit of $20,000 to $100,000, depending on the appreciation of the property. So here in this picture is actually an example of a pre-construction home that Vaughn and I assigned in our area. So we bought this home from the builder's price. So we tied it up for a reduced price. And we had an assignment clause into the contract. We actually wrote that in. And actually it was kind of interesting because this builder did not even normally allow assignment clauses, and we actually negotiated with the builder. So we are one of the few people who were allowed to do this, and this is something we also do teach our members. And this gave us the right to sell it to someone else before closing. So we also negotiated the contract. See, a lot of people don't know that you can negotiate pre-construction contracts, which you totally can. And we structured the contracts. We put a minimal amount down with a very paced out payment schedule. So the prices, because we got it for a reduced price, they were increasing month after month. And we really realized, what a lucrative opportunity that this could be. So we really watched the investment. We kind of knew how much money we wanted to make. And we watched the investment until we decided it was the time to act. And we decided to assign this deal for $60,000 more than we actually had it under contract for. And so we did this. We actually just placed an ad on Kijiji of all places. So we also show people, how you can do things on unconventional platforms and actually have transactions done and still attract legit buyers. And we screened a lot of them, but we got one, and we negotiated a $50,000 markup and had to actually end up paying. Part of the negotiation was a $10,000 fee to be able to assign for the builder. But afterwards, as you can see in this check, we made almost $40,000 in under 6 months, just for literally putting some of our own money down and monitoring this investment and assigning this deal. So not bad for a few months' work. So these options are all great, and there's many more active options that we work with people at Real Property Investments because we do every single kind of investment. We have experts for all different types of strategies, like BRRRR strategies, student rentals. Like there's so many more that you can go into, but these are the best ones really that you're able to really kind of start making money and making more money today. But these are time, and they're great for people who have time to dedicate to their investments. What about those people who want to make more money and they have no time? So the good news is these options do exist, and we call these passive investments. So some example of passive investments would be rent-to-own. So rent-to-own investments, you could partner with a successful rent-to-own company, and that can bring $500 to $1,000 cash in your pocket every month, plus a bonus at the end when the property is sold for a predetermined purchase price to the tenant buyer, who will treat this home like it's yours for the duration of the rent-to-own period, simply because it is, and there is no work for you. We also have private lending. I mean, by loaning out your hard-earned money to other people to complete real estate projects, you could generate returns starting at 10% and have income put into your bank account every month, doing no work whatsoever. And in joint venture partnerships, you simply partner with an experienced active investor where you're the money partner and you benefit from cash in your pocket every month, as well as the end of the investments. So JV partnerships can be done in many different ways and for all different types of investments. Now, all of these are excellent options, but remember, before you participate in any of them, you really need to have an understanding of how the investment model works. Otherwise, you risk losing all of your hard-earned money. So let's get to money problem number 2. Money problem number 2, and the second biggest money problem people are having, is student debt and millennials being locked out of home ownership. So the average Canadian university graduate finishes school with more than $26,000 in student debt and takes them an average of 10 years to pay it off. And millions of millennials are locked out of home ownership because of the rising home prices, debt loads, and inability to save for a down payment. So we experienced this personally. As I disclosed at the start of this presentation, one of our goals was to fund our kids' university education so they're not burdened with this debt. I just don't think it's a great way to start your journey as an adult, really. So we really calculated the cost of schooling that they went away to school. It would be $22,000 a year per child. So this would be $88,000 per child for a 4-year education. This isn't even post-grad. So this would be a whopping $352,000 combined. So tell me, could someone tell me, how on earth can the average person fund these type of savings goals? Especially when most are advised to grow these funds in RESPs in low growth products that come nowhere near that goal. So I think when I had a look at those RESPs, I might be able to send one child to school for 4 years, but what are my other 3 kids going to do, right? So I'm going to share some solutions that we use to cover the cost of all 4 kids' university education, as well as provide them with a down payment so they will not be locked out of home ownership. So parents, one great idea is to buy your kids a property when they are young and sell or refinance closer to the time of university. So what we mean by refinance is to get a new mortgage. You can get up to 80% on the value of the property after years of mortgage pay down, and you can use these funds to pay the cost of tuition. So remember those $40,000 homes we bought at the start of our journey? Well, we bought one home for each 4 of our kids, and we did our calculations as follows. So our oldest son at that time would have been going to school in 7 to 8 years. So the outstanding mortgage on the property when he's ready to go to school is going to be just $19,000. Now the property value is going to be approximately $100,000. So at this point we have 2 options. Option A, you could sell, which should leave us with a profit of approximately $81,000. Or option B, we could refinance, which will allow us to pull $61,000 in equity out and still keep a cash flow positive property. So we can repeat this buy, rent, hold strategy with properties B, C, and D over the next 2 to 8 years and eventually gift each child their property. So if you refinance, you can use the same property to help provide them with a down payment for their first home. And a bonus tip is use the money from cash flow every month to self-direct in an RESP or pay down the mortgage even faster. Parents can also self-direct their kids' RESPs and invest in various types of investment projects. We started out with traditional RESP investments, but we decided we wanted more control over these investments. So we transferred them into a self-directed holding account. And from this account, we were able to vet various different types of investment products we wanted to invest in, and we were able to have more control over our savings goals. Now, students, if we have any students out there listening, and you don't have the luxury of your parents buying a house for you, don't worry. There are options. You could do this on your own, even if you do not have the money or buying power to buy a house yet. So one of our most popular methods for younger people starting out is called house hacking. So house hacking can be done in many different ways, but in this particular example, you would rent out a house and you could subtenant each room to other students. Now, ideally, you'd have to negotiate a lease with the landlord and set for a set amount a month of rent and have the right to subtenant to other students. And you are allowed to pocket the difference. Students can use this strategy to reduce costs by living for free and make a profit, or even use the profit to get a head start in paying off that student loan. Now, people who are looking to people who are looking for the homeowner options for millennials, you guys could buy a rental property instead of a primary residence if you want to live in an area that's unaffordable. So let's pretend like you're in downtown Toronto or you're downtown Vancouver and you really want to stay there because that's where your job is, but there's no way in heck you can afford a home there right now. You don't have to like put that off forever. Sometimes renting can be better than owning. And this way, you can actually save money from your rental property and take advantage of mortgage pay down. You could buy an investment property instead in a cheaper area and take advantage of the mortgage pay down of your investment property and use this in the near future as a down payment for your primary residence. And you can actually live in that area. So let's pretend you're living in Toronto right now, you're studied at U of T, you want to stay in the area, or you studied at UBC, you want to stay in downtown Van, and you don't have the money. So you buy a rental property on Vancouver Island, you know, or you buy a rental property, say in Kitchener, Waterloo, or Windsor, somewhere that you can afford. And then basically as someone else is paying off your mortgage, that's going to build equity for you. You can take all that money there, and then you'll have enough to put a down payment on and get your personal residence, which I find very, very exciting. You could also house hack by buying a multiplex and live in a unit, or you could even make a basement suite in your house where you live in one unit and you rent out the other. Now, the truth is there's a lot of options for millennials. There's a lot of options for everyone, and you do not have to be locked out of homeownership. So with knowledge about your options and access to a supportive community offered by Real Property Investments, we could really help you break through the statistic and make home ownership a reality. Now, money problem number 3 is lack of retirement funds. This is a very, very serious problem. 32% of Canadians between 45 and 64 are nearing retirement without any savings. Like this is zip, zilch, nothing. According to a CIBC survey, the average amount of Canadians have already saved for retirement is $184,000. Break that down over 20 years. This is not going to get you very far. 19% of respondents have saved less than $50,000, and 25% of Canadians are still in debt with mortgages and consumer debt. So what does that mean? That means these people, 25% of Canadians who actually already retired, like they're supposed to be in their golden years retiring, they still have debt, mortgage debt, credit card debt, all this sort of stuff looming over their head, and they don't even have an income. Like, this terrifies me. I mean, Canadians are left to their own devices to set this money aside if they do not work for an employer that offers a pension. Now, these numbers are horrible, but let's look at this like big pie in the sky number. How about we look at $1 million, okay? And that used to seem like, oh, I'm gonna have $1 million when I retire. Well, that used to seem like a lot of money that would provide a pretty luxurious retirement, right? But let's have a look at what $1 million looks like. So 1 million divided by 20 gives you $50,000 a year to live off of. So it's not too shabby, but as you can see from these stats, only a small percentage of Canadians have this amount. So while the majority of them have very, if no retirement funds available. So what is the solution? Now, I just want to show you how one property can change your entire retirement plan and how easy it could be. So if you guys were to buy a property when you're 40 years old for $375,000, okay? And all you do is pay off the mortgage every month. In 25 years, when you're 65 years old, you're ready to retire, your property value is going to increase to $1.27 million if we use a 5% appreciation a year. So 5% is the historical norm. This is just natural appreciation. This isn't including tenant rent. This isn't including any booms or busts. This is just historical norms. I'm making this as boring and as predictable as possible here. This is no value adds, nothing. It's just a basic natural appreciation of 5%, and you're going to have 1.2 million. Like, how amazing is that? I know it says 1.25 million. It's actually 1.27 million. You buy 2 of these, you're going to have more like $2.5 million in your fund to retire off of. Like, how exciting is this? You could keep the cash flow to live off of. You could sell the properties, live off the cash, and you can pass it down, create a legacy. I mean, and don't forget your personal residence. With these 3 properties, you will be a multi-millionaire. Another option is to self-direct your RSP or even your LIRA if you've transferred it from a group fund. And we've already touched on how this works with the RESP, but you could do the exact same thing with your RSP and regain control of your savings. So for those of you who took a bit of a hit in the stock market at the start of this whole COVID crash, I mean, we are having an event tonight on self-directing registered funds. It does not need to be that way. There are a lot of different options out there for you. So you can see how these strategies can solve any or all of your 3 biggest money problems. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, let's talk about how Real Property Investments membership can help you get started today. So at Real Property Investments, we've designed a membership program that provides our clients with essential real estate education to help them obtain the knowledge they need to move forward, access to us and our full service team of professionals across the country, and reduce the required time to find investment opportunities and ways to help you find the money to start investing. So we educate and empower people to take control of their finances so they can stop guessing and they can start investing. So our biggest accomplishment has been creating time, money, freedom in our lives. And this is what we've helped thousands of people around the world achieve. And now we want to help you. And you could join this community for as little as $25 a month. So our online membership includes access to our library of real estate and investment training webinars. We have 8 a month. Event recordings of all our live events with new videos every month. Access to our private Facebook page for online networking and support. Access to real estate and wealth building tools to monitor and grow your wealth. So because I really want to equip you guys with everything that you need to be successful today, though, I do have an offer. I'm going to include you with some amazing bonuses. I know I kind of previewed bonus number 1 here a little bit, but bonus number 1 is a free ebook of our book, Real Estate Mistakes. And if you haven't read this book, I mean, we actually are celebrating our 4-year anniversary on this book, which is super exciting, because this book really covers the real cost of real estate education. It's going to tell you about misconceptions and myths of using OPM for real estate, other people's money. It'll tell you the truth about popular investment strategies, a lot of them that we went over today. We take the glam out and give you the real version. The importance of keeping your investment decisions purely business, expenses that you can avoid, the money and time involved in owning property rentals, templates and worksheets you use at home to strategize your life around your investments. So this really is a must read for anyone who craves a realistic approach for the opportunity to save thousands of dollars and our most valuable asset, time. So this book alone will inspire you as well as help you save $1 million of mistakes. And members get a free copy of this book. Second bonus is we want to offer you a free ticket to a Real Property online event every month. If you visit our website at rpinvestments.ca and click on our events calendars, you're going to see our events calendars are packed with online events every week discussing the latest trends in real estate, investing, and wealth building from our experts all around the world. Now, visit the website and you're going to see the events that we have planned for the rest of the year. But you'll also notice that people paid $20 to attend these online. We're doing everything online now. We used to meet in person like we did here, but now we're online because of COVID-19, which actually allows you to access all of our events. And we want you to come to an event for free. All you have to do is check out the events calendar and pick which event you would like to attend for free during the next 30 days. And lastly, we would like to give you bonus number 3, which is an invitation to an online mastermind session for free. So you may be wondering, what is a mastermind group? Well, before our main event, we have a small group of people meet online with the main guest presenter and group of experts in that area. And the purpose of our mastermind is for everyone to share their goals and their ideas, and everyone gets a chance to share what they're trying to accomplish. The group chimes in with their perspectives and helps create growth, and it's change for all participants involved. It's truly amazing experience. And our experts are there to offer their input and expertise in real time. And this is your chance to have experts and the best experts, I like to say, in real estate in your inner circle. So just to review, if you say yes on this webinar today, you will get a free copy of our book, Real Estate Mistakes, valued $20, a free ticket to an upcoming event. We're even having one tonight if you're so inclined, value at $20, and a free ticket to an online mastermind valued at $30. This is $70 savings, but because we really want you to say yes, we're going to make it absolutely impossible for you to say no. So we're offering a free 30-day trial for our Real Property Investments online membership. So if you join us today and take advantage of all the perks membership has to offer, as well as these 3 amazing bonuses for $0. So this is over $95 in savings, and it's a chance for you to start building wealth today at no cost for you whatsoever. So all you need to do is click on the link below, and I believe that Alan has put this link, there you go, up in our webpage here on the, I believe it's probably in the Q&A box. And you're going to see options for registration. So you will be required to enter your name and your email and a credit card number, but don't worry, no charge is going to be made on the card until your 30-day trial is up, and we will send you lots of reminders in advance to see if you want to continue your membership, or maybe you want to change your membership level, or maybe you decided you don't want to continue at all. Your free 30-day online membership starts immediately once you click that registration link. And once you click the button below, you're going to be sent an email receipt along with your login information and your 3 bonuses. Your welcome email will show you how you can start using the online member site and start building wealth today. And we'll email you before your free trial is up, and you can decide if you want to continue as a Real Property member. If you choose to leave, you can, with no questions asked whatsoever. We've seriously designed this offer so you have everything to gain and nothing to lose. Now, in the event that you're on the fence and you have questions, if this is the right program for you, I'm going to take a quick minute to answer some commonly, frequently asked questions. This is what people ask me all the time. What if I'm just starting in real estate investing? Is this the right program for me? This is the right program for all levels of experience. And although we are real estate focused, we cover all areas of wealth building. So a lot more that you guys are going to learn than just real estate. How much time will I need to commit to the membership? Well, you can commit as much or as little time as you'd like, as the site is totally self-directed, and we'll send you tips on how to best utilize the site so you can get maximum use of your 30-day trial. When will I have access to the materials? After registering for your free 30-day trial, you'll have immediate access to our online members site with access to videos, events, and learning tools. You can start learning right after you sign up, and all bonuses will be sent to your inbox after you register. Can I think about it? I need to talk to my significant other. Absolutely, but don't close your browser. This free 30-day trial is only available on this link. It's limited time offer. So give your significant other the gift of wealth for free. We want to help you guys succeed. We've helped thousands of people, and we would love the chance to help you. So if you haven't already, click on the link below or the link in the box. Don't forget to download your crib sheet with the information that's also in the box, and sign up today. I mean, we look forward to welcoming you all into the Real Property Investments community. So I'll stay on for a couple minutes while people have to still try to download those links or make sure if they have those links. And I will answer a couple questions if anyone has about the membership or anything. You can write or type a question in the Q&A box. Do it now if you are interested, or raise your hand if you're typing the question, and I'll make sure to stay on for a couple extra minutes. And I think I saw some questions in the chat. So the 30-day offer is in the chat, I see. We do have an event tonight, how to self-direct your registered funds. If you want to learn more about us in any sort of regards, you are more than welcome to attend our events and check out our website and other ways that you can get to know us. There is a charge for that. We're trying to give you a way to sample this free online community and really get a full RPI experience, so to see if it's a good fit, if we actually can help you. So if that's you, I mean, definitely sign up and try us out, or check out all of our upcoming events to see if you're interested in what we have happening, and even pay for an event if that's what you want. Pay for a mastermind. Everything is designed at such a reasonable cost that we've always at Real Property Investments are so focused on you winning that we don't want you to lose ever. That's what we are legitimately here to help you guys move forward. So I'm just looking at a couple questions, and I don't see any questions in the question box. And I'm seeing people that are still logged on, so I'm going to give you a minute to review the following links. If anyone has any problems downloading anything, also please note we will be following up with an email. And I do see a question come in or a chat. We will be following up with an email providing you with the link. Nope, there was a false question. And so in the follow-up email, we will actually also provide the crib sheet if anyone has any problems getting that. Make sure you open any emails that we send are actually really important. So I'll wait on for another 30 seconds if anyone wants to type a question in the Q&A. Otherwise, I will operate under the assumption that I have done such a fantastic job answering all your questions. Rajit, you said, I'm not getting a link of a welcome after signing. How much will it take? Oh, you know what you need to do, Rajit? You are welcomed. I believe you already signed up for our community, which is amazing. You need to check your spam. Forgot to tell you guys that too. Always check your spam as well. I know it's sad. A lot of things are getting spammed out from all different kinds of amazing emails I've been missing out on, and all sorts of things for some strange reasons. So always check your spam filters. So Rajit, I'm so excited you're signed up to our community. That's amazing. You will get that welcome immediately. You guys could start learning right away. Check your spam. And if you ever do have a problem too, you can always email us at info@rpinvestments.ca. Our information is all over, readily available for all of you guys to help you out. Are there any other questions? Oh, I think we have another question. And oh, that was your question. Sorry, I think I'll have to dismiss that question, Rajit. Okay, well, if anyone was a little too shy to ask a question, you can contact me anytime, info@rpinvestments.ca. We have a full service team here at Real Property Investments waiting to help you start building wealth today. So don't be shy. I really hope you all take advantage of this offer. We've really designed it so you got nothing to lose. We have an awesome event tonight. We have awesome events every week, 2 to 3 events. Check out the events calendar, sign on, give us a chance. We want to help you start building freedom in your life. Thank you so much for your time. I'm so grateful, and I hope to welcome each and every one of you into the Real Property Investments community. Thank you, everyone.